Google it is the answer to most of our life's problems, especially every time we get a little bit curious. However, there are times that we are too lazy to tap on our BFF, Google, to get some help. If this happened to you already, you are in the right track. Today, we will be taking a look at 9 interesting facts you're too lazy to Google. Welcome to Upside, where we have fun facts for curious minds. To enjoy more of these videos, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon. Make sure to stay with us until the end of the video because you will be blown away by what is on our number 1 pick. Why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? Why do we binge watch? Why do we hiccup? When does height growth stop? These are some of the questions we can use Google as a go-to solution. But as humans, we really tend to be lazy. Not because we don't want the answer, but we are just simply lazy. So, we have created a list of these questions you might be too lazy to ask Google. So let's start the fun with number 9. Where does toilet waste go on an airplane? I know you've been wondering, especially every time you board a plane. Aircraft lavatories are very much different from what we have in our houses. One obvious difference is the sound it makes every time we flush our poop. Once you're done with your business and after pressing the flush button, a valve instantly opens and sucks down the contents of the bowl. The loud roar you hear when you flush isn't actually waste material exiting the plane into the atmosphere. It is the vacuum sucking the contents out of the waterless bowl. Within seconds, these contents are then carried to a tank until a limit is reached. A single storage tank can hold around 20 gallons of waste. It is then emptied by special service trucks once the plane is on the ground. Number 8. Do our phones have the ability to make emergency calls when there's no network coverage? No network coverage will likely be your phone's display whenever there is no signal. So the next question is, how come we can make emergency phone calls even when there is no signal? When your phone loses signal from your network provider, it automatically connects to the other strongest network that it can find in order to allow for emergency calls to go through. Following this logic, your phone is only allowed to make emergency calls and not regular phone calls. Most countries have adapted this technology for us to provide assistance when in need. Number 7. Why do we close our eyes when we eat anything sour? Why do we squint our eyes and wrinkle our face every time we bite on something sour? First off, we need to understand that sour foods contain a lot of acid, and this response is conditioned. When you eat something sour, the nerves will be stimulated, which will then affect the eye nerves. That is why you close your eyes. It is the nerves in our eyelids that signals it to close when you eat something sour. Number 6. Why does freshly cut grass have that distinct smell? It's summertime and the smell of freshly cut grass is satisfying to the most of us. But the story behind the smell is not that pleasing. It is actually a distress signal that also provides first aid to the plants. The fresh, green scent of a just mowed lawn is the grass trying to save itself from the injury you just inflicted. When the grass is cut, organic compounds called green leaf volatiles, or GLV, are released in a higher amount than usual from the plants. These compounds help in closing the wound in the plant at the place where the grass has been cut. Also, some of the compounds help the plants age in a faster rate. Seeing this list as an interesting one? Watch till the end because you will be amazed. Heck, you don't want to be lazy anymore. Coming in at number 5. Why do you get a brain freeze from cold drinks or food? An ice cream sundae can be the perfect treat to cure a hot day. A cold smoothie with your favorite fruits can be the thing you need to kickstart your day. To be honest, whatever your choice is, when it comes to cold drinks accompanied by a sweet treat, I am pretty sure you will get a brain freeze. When a rapid consumption of anything extremely cold touches your upper palate, it gives you a short-term headache. Why, you ask? When the cold substance touches your upper palate, it causes a narrowing of blood vessels. While this sensation is not alarming, it can be unpleasant. But don't worry, this can be cured by drinking warm water. Number 4. Why does standing in one place make your legs sorer than walking? When we stand, the calf muscles in our legs take all the weight. They are under great pressure. The result? It tires the legs out compared to when we're walking, when other muscles in the thighs, buttocks, core, and arms share the burden with the calves. Standing also tires the feet. Also, your heart can't pump blood as efficiently when you're standing still, which may lead to swollen legs and feet. Number 3. Why does your voice sound different on a recording? We've probably all experienced that awkward moment the first time we hear ourselves on a recording. First question to come in mind is that really me? Surprisingly, the recording does not lie, and it is you. That is your voice. Question is, why does my voice sound so different on a recording? We have to understand that the ear's hearing mechanisms lie deep within the inner ear. Most of what we hear is the result of air conduction. Things that make sounds are caused by sound waves that are transmitted through the air. Your vocal cords create sound waves that travel through the air to reach your inner ear when you speak. When you hear your voice on a recording, you're only hearing sounds transmitted via air conduction. And since you don't hear the part of the sound that comes from bone conduction within the head, your voice sounds different to you on a recording. And at number 2, why do you close your eyes when you sneeze? Closing your eyes when sneezing is one of science's big mysteries. But don't worry, the answer is here. First up, it's an involuntary movement. Small particles like dust or pollen float up your nose and irritate your membrane, triggering a whole series of reactions. When stimulated, the brainstem's sneeze center orders muscle contractions from the esophagus to the sphincter. That includes the muscles controlling the eyelids. By automatically shutting the eyelids when a sneeze occurs, more irritants can potentially be prevented from entering the eyes. And of course, at number 1, why are internet bots not capable of overriding "I am not a robot" checkboxes? One cons of the internet popularity is allowing many of us to conduct malicious acts. Since the beginning of internet bots, Google has been operating to find a simple solution for this problem. As you all know how Google is our BFF, Google came up with a simple solution, an efficient way to stop bots in their track, aka a reCAPTCHA. Their latest version is so advanced that it is capable of detecting whether the user is a human or bot with just a click of a button. So please don't be irritated every time you come across a question, "I am not a robot." This is for our safety. When the "I am not a robot" box is ticked, the mouse pointer is moved to perform that action. When we click the checkbox, it analyzes the IP address, browser details, screen resolution, mouse clicks, and other patterns. Even though the checkbox might appear to be a simple tool, it is a tool that is here for us to be protected. What are the other interesting facts or questions that can easily be searched, but we're too lazy to Google? Let us talk about it in the comments section below. As always, if you find this video compelling, make sure to watch our other videos. See you next time.